Hello, everybody. I was just turning off some sound over there, which was going off, and that's not a good thing. Hello, and I just boomed it. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me on my journey to here. Yay! I am a YouTube partner. YouTube partner, official. Yippee, yippee, yippee. And today is Hearsay for Days Day. It's another Sunday, 3 p.m. Or for me, it is actually Monday at 6 a.m. for the Aussies. I hope some Aussies join us today. And, Tragic. Yes, good morning, Tragic. And you are even in my time zone, Tragic. So it is 6 a.m. for us. And guess what? Today we have plenty of hearsay from both the US and Australia. And do I have any from anywhere else? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what pops up. So it's time to bring in my lovely co-host. Let's see. And first I need to change things up. Where are we? If I bring him in right now, he's just going to be hiding in the periphery. This is my lovely periphery. Just a minute. Let me fix this up. Okay, so we'll go to the not blood. It's not blood. It's wine. And then I'll take myself. We'll go like this. I do make things complicated, don't I?
You do.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
It's Dolly. I'm good. I am good. Hello. 6 a.m. Yes, it's 6 a.m. half Irish. What time is it for you? Oh, she can't answer. She'll answer in a second. It's Christine. Christine's here. Yay, Christine. Yes, it's all happening. Okay, so it's another wonderful Hearsay for Days. Oh, my very first super chat.
Of course.
And it's from my bestie.
Of course. Oh.
Get closer.
There you go.
Closer more. Oh, so sweet. It's my very first one. And it says, hello, co-host. And yes, it's because we can't spell.
Yes.
And that's why we call each other co-hosts. That's why. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, I'm going to treasure this moment. I'll probably clip it and keep it as a special moment because you know what? It is such a huge thing that YouTube makes you go through to get to this point. It really is. It's just like, and then you get here and it's just like, yeah, okay. Now what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's for a moment like that where we can give each other $10.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so nice. I got to give Dali basically $5 the other day,
Yeah.
which to me is like $200. It's 1 p.m. half Irish. Cool. All right, let's go. So it is Hearsay for Days Day, and we're going out to the twits as well. So hi, Twitter people too. And let's also get ourselves straight into it, shall we?
Yep.
Let's get straight into it. So I need to go and share my screen, and that means I am looking like that.
Yes.
And there's my cute little me with my, you're right, with my that little head that's bobbling around, and you know that is in reference to our lovely friend EB, who every single week makes some sort of appearance, and he's one of our favorite people to talk about. He's always great fun. Okay, let's go. So I don't know why I can't get rid of this thing below my screen. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let's move on. So Hearsay for Days, we are 17th of December 2023. Let's get into it. Let's get ready to grumble.
Do it.
Okay, the drama. All of the drama. For those of you who didn't watch the stream that we did. Was it this week?
Yeah.
Every week, just like into each week here on YouTube.
Recently.
Yeah, it was recently. Now, this got better numbers than I thought it was going to. At the time, I don't know, we only sort of had sort of less than 20 people in chat. But then, like, my rewatch numbers have been sort of, I don't know, 500 or something more than that. So people have been coming in and watching it and having a bit of a look. In fact, someone came in and watched it who is quite a very well-known YouTuber, TikToker, etc., on the topic of The Bachelor, and has made some comments about us, Darlie.
Yes. I was
Oh, you know
surprised.
this already, do you?
You told me. Yeah, sorry. I should have.
Yeah, you silly thing. Anyway, so just to give you guys a little bit of background about what this whole thing is. Yeah, oh boy, half Irish. This is a thing. So let's just have a little bit of background about what this is, firstly. And I'm going to now give you the goss on this. Hang on just a minute. Oh dear, TikTok just plays. I'm going to share this tab instead. I'm going to play this little background TikTok, which I played when I did the whole court hearing stream. So let's watch this first.
Bachelor Clayton Echard's ex-fling has demanded he take a paternity test in court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun. The former season 26 Bachelor and his ex from the show, Susie Evans, publicly announced their split in September of 2022 after getting back together earlier in the year. Clayton has not publicly dated anyone since then. Now the U.S. Sun can reveal from court filings that he had been in talks with another girl shortly after that time, but she wishes to remain anonymous. The 33-year-old podcast host from Scottsdale, Arizona, claimed she had a one-night stand with Clayton that allegedly led to her becoming pregnant with twins. On August 1st, she filed a lawsuit in an Arizona family court demanding he take a paternity test after he didn't believe he was the father of her unborn twins. The lawsuit was also filed to put a parenting plan in place if, in fact, he is the father. He's expected to give birth in early to mid-February of 2024. When contacted by the U.S. Sun, Clayton said, "My response is in the court documents. I'm not giving it the time of day because it's baseless. We did not have sexual intercourse."
Hell. And Darlie, in case you didn't know, you kind of have to do that in order for there to be babies.
Not true.
Well, I know that this is something that you struggle with, knowing this whole how it all works.
They could have done a turkey baster method.
People have actually questioned that, whether or not that is the case. Mm-hmm. So yes, people have actually put forth whether or not there was a turkey baster involved, whether it be turkey baster or some sort of spinning kind of method. Indeed. So good point. Now, this is the other night, you and I going on, hang on, just a minute, sharing the other tab. Yep. Okay, this is us the other night going live and doing this stream about this court hearing. So here's this lady in the bottom left-hand corner. There she is. And we'll call her LO. Actually, no, who cares? She's called Laura Owens. And there is the Bachelor, Clayton. And these two have been in court twice now for a hearing over this alleged pregnancy of twins. And she's supposed to be giving birth on the 14th of February. How very romantic. Yeah. Now, the problem is, oh, hello, Wilhelm. The problem is, I'll show some love. You're not feeling so well, are you, Wilhelm? No. Oh, you've been very tired. Yeah. Bill was going to be on the panel, but he's a bit tired. Yeah. So the problem is that he's saying never happened, nothing like that. There has been some talk of whether it was just a bit of a, wrong hole.
Been there.
Yeah. You've been there.
I was drunk.
Oh, nice. Oh, Okay. Whether it was the wrong hole or what happened. But regardless, this has turned into a major deal because as per the timeline that we went through the other night, and you can have a look on my playlist, she's actually litigated before a previous gentleman about another supposed pregnancy. And this time there was a Google image search done by the previous gentleman. And the previous gentleman found the ultrasound that she sent him and did a Google image search. And the Google image search yielded the picture of the ultrasound from somebody else.
Ooh. Oh, my.
Well, yes. This is all hearsay, but it's true. No kidding. It's all hearsay that's come from a Reddit group, which, by the way, has now been taken down because Reddit is a little bit different to some other platforms. And Reddit has some terms of use that are a little bit different. And a whole Reddit group, which was quite large, has now been yeeted. And this is a huge news. It's been yeeted. And then another Reddit group was put up, and then it was yeeted again. And then another Reddit group was taken up, and it was yeeted again. So this is all huge. Now, next thing happened. So we did this stream, and then here's some commenters that came along onto my comment section. Darling, would you like to read the comments on my video?
This woman is a prime example of what money can buy. Eye roll, shock, mind blown. She needs to be stopped, and I'm glad to see another content creator not backing down to her baseless threats. Threats that the average person can't afford to fight. There are 2 more victims of her charade. Oh, I like that game. And those men were silenced by fear. Thumbs down. Prepare to be contacted by Laura with a cease and desist letter. I hope you guys ignore it, but lots of folks have been scared off by her threats. Have you guys received an unhinged email from Ms. Owens yet?
Oh, no. Okay, so I can tell you what's happened. The only thing that's happened to me is that, oh, hey, Bobby. Hello, hot dogs. Yeah, I haven't received any hot dogs from her. I have received an email from YouTube stating that, and this is in standard YouTube, very, very generic terms, because they're really good at being very unspecific. They said that I've received a sensitive content or privacy. I think, yeah, it was privacy complaint about my video. And I don't have to do anything, but just letting me know.
Okay. Well,
someone complained about the privacy.
Oh.
Right. And I might want to take it down, but I don't have to take it down. That something in my video may have caused a privacy concern to somebody. That's what it said, right? And there might be something in there that infringes somebody's privacy.
Not their privacy.
Not their privacy, privacy. Privacy. Anyway, so I responded to YouTube and I said, well, thank you for letting me know. Just so that you're aware, everything in my video has been used by other content creators on your platform at other times.
I respectfully ask you to go have coital with yourself.
If you would be kindly more specific as to which particular parts of my video have caused privacy concerns, I'd be more than happy to address that. However, as everything in my video has been used by plenty of other content creators and are still up for public viewing, I won't be taking any action at this time. Thank you. And if you have any further concerns, please get back to me. That was about 5 working days ago, and I've heard nothing since, and I've since been monetized. So I don't think I'm going to have to take my video down. And I haven't heard anything from privacy complaint from Hoopst. They didn't say from Hoopst. They didn't say from Hoopst. Respectfully suggest you FOAD. Yeah, well, here's the thing though, right? Like, I think it's just one of those, you know how you can just report something and you press a little multiple choice button as to why you're reporting it as being you don't like this video. It offends me because they misgendered me, or they made me feel like my feelings were hurt, or it impedes on my privacy. I think it's just one of those things, and then they have to warn me, right? So it's clearly just one of those automatic emails. So that being the case, hey David, that being the case, I responded as such, and no, I haven't heard anything since, and I haven't had to take my video down. No, and I haven't received any correspondence from the lady in question. There have been so many people now actually talk about this, stream this. I can't see how she can possibly. I mean, look, I live in a country that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
As for you, darling, you live down the street from her.
I do.
So, yeah, I'd be a little bit more worried. But it's not on your channel. So, that said, there is somebody who is a much, much, much bigger streamer. And he indeed has been running this from the beginning. In fact, there are two much, much bigger streamers who've been running this from the beginning. Dave Neal is the he's a comedian, and all he really talks about is The Bachelor, right? From what I can tell, he's actually got a channel, like he's on TikTok, he's on YouTube, and he's on Instagram, etc. And he just talks about The Bachelor, right? Also, a lot of you would know Law Talk with Mike. Now, Law Talk with Mike very famously ran this hearing, and I think he's got like 87,000 views or something like that on the hearing. Now, Dave Neal and Law Talk with Mike got together and talked about this just recently. Now, get this. Little Dali and I ran this last week.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's Laura Owens being r/Laura Owens being banned from Reddit. That's not her. It's the subreddit that was talking about her that got banned from Reddit. I wonder how that happened, by the way. I wonder who complained. Now, there's our friend Dave Neal, right? And if you go and have a look at his YouTube page, it's full of Bachelor stuff, but there's a lot of stuff about this lady. Now, this is me tweeting, and I don't usually have me tweeting on this video, on this show, but there we are. Now, Seems creator D. Niels is facing threats of litigation from the gestating TEDx equestrian, and that is this lady, at the center of the Bachelor hashtag Clayton Echard debacle. Babu, the Aussie cat, that's you.
Yes.
And I rewatched the court hearing. It was nonsensical, but we have fun. Now, I was watching this most recent update from Mr. Dave Neal, where he was talking about a lot of the things that Ms. Owens is doing most recently, one of which is a bizarre couples contract that she has written for Mr. Clayton, which is kind of crazy. The gestating equestrian, yes. She is a gestating equestrian. Oh, gestating equestrian. Now, right at the very end of the video, I had to back up a little bit because I was like, hang on, is he talking about us?
Yeah.
Hey, Little Pill. Is he talking about us? I'll just show you what I'm talking about.
And for those listening that might want it to go away, I don't know how to be more direct. If you silence me, if you defame me, if you say I'm harassing you, if you do all of these things, I might go away. The next person's going to pop up, whether they're in Australia or Arizona or anywhere. It's not going away. You need to go away. Take this time. And for those listening,
Yeah, that was a little.
I don't
little
think there's any other
specific.
Australians covering this.
With an air person in Arizona.
Anyway, so not really, not really
No,
famous. Yeah, no.
It was
I know.
just a really weird call out that caught us.
No,
by surprise.
well, actually, Australia and Arizona. Yeah, well, I went into his comments, and I said, "Oh, hey, Dave, I'm the Australian who covered this," and he did respond, and he said, because I said to him, "Oh, I'm just curious, has she actually put any litigation against you?" And he did respond immediately, and he went, "Yep, she did. And do you want to message me on Instagram?" And yeah, I don't know if he's gotten back to me actually. Let me see. I never get on Instagram, so
I know she's not in prison yet, so.
nah, he hasn't got back to me yet. Because the thing is, on Instagram, you need to be friends first to talk, right? So I've just given him like a hey, and he needs to hey me back,
Hey,
which is a shame. Hey, oh hey, yeah. But actually, I should just check whether or not. In fact, I can do that here. I can go watch full video. Watching full video, and I can back up a little bit, and I can see the thing that he was really talking about.
Justice tip into the direction elevating Clayton past this rubbish. It's not going anywhere. And for those listening that might want it to go away, I don't know how to be more direct. If you silence me, if you defame me, if you say I'm harassing you, if you do all of these things, I might go away. The next person's going to pop up, whether they're in Australia or Arizona or anywhere. It's not going away. You need to go away. Take this time. Crush a Monster energy drink. Get your dopamine up. And just consider a loss a loss. We'll be back on Patreon with some very important information I'm going to be sharing with you guys regarding this case right now.
Okay, so this is the bit, right? So, hey Dave, I'm the Australian creator who ran the court hearing rewatch. Obviously, I'm not remotely bothered by any empty threats from this woman. I'm curious though, has she actually filed litigation against you? Keep up the great work, by the way. And he's going, yes, she has a harassment case against me. DM me on Insta if you want to see the paperwork. And I said, cool, just send a hello. Yeah. Alrighty. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sal can fix anybody. Yeah. Hello, Pill. Yeah, she's been emailing Law Talk with Mike. She emails everybody who talks about her, and she seems to have money to litigate. Not sure whether she has. She's an equestrian. She's a TEDx speaker. She is. She has her own podcast. Yeah, she seems to be able to afford to do all these things. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to judge her.
Yeah.
Or am I judging her? I don't know. I just feel like there's something wrong up there. Like there's something, she needs to get some help. I don't know. She needs to go get some professional help with that money of hers rather than continue with all this litigation. So I don't think it's getting her anywhere. Hello, Alex Litch. Yeah. All right. So moving on. Back to where I was. Here's some other comments that appeared on that video of Mr. Dave Neals. Let's have a look at those, shall we? Oh, Darlie, would you like to?
Sorry. Can we all just take a moment to imagine what she did after the BJ runs to washroom to spit? But then, OMG, wow, clear insanity. If that was a movie, and they played that scene, imagine that. That's how narcissistic and mentally ill she is. I hope if it comes out that she was never pregnant, that she goes to jail. Papul can't do this. This is a remake of Fatal Attraction. I don't understand why her parents don't have her committed. She is a danger to society and needs to be restrained and treated before she does something really crazy and dangerous. Can you imagine writing an agreement to try to convince a guy to date you instead of looking within and working on the reasons why you are undateable? The logic is not there, folks. After seeing this, I am convinced that she's going to try to unalive Clayton. The next step is probably a murder attempt. She's absolutely insane.
A murder. Yeah, I like the way that person wrote that. It's like, why have you got spaces between the M-U-R-D? Yeah.
She's still pretending to be pregnant? Crazy. How is she going to fake 2 babies?
I don't know. Like, go and like get a couple of like dolls and walk around with them. Like, this is very odd. It's a very odd thing to do. And shall we stream another one, darling? What do you think? Like, there's more. There's actually a previous hearing.
Oh boy.
See how she's up in the top left-hand corner in this?
Oh yeah, she's on.
I remember how. Yeah. Like
she
in the
does
one
the on
we
top
did,
thing.
she was in the bottom left in the one we did. So this hearing here is actually from a few weeks earlier, and she's actually got the baby bump thing going on, and she's kind of like lifting it up and down,
Aww.
which is an odd thing to do because
No worries,
yeah, it's all right, little pill. Because I mean, I've been pregnant, and you can't physically move it up and down like it stays.
Really?
Yeah, you can't move the whole thing up and down like your body.
You can't just like detach it?
It's not detachable, no.
Oh, okay.
Dun 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 dun. Detachable pregnancy. Dun dun dun. I need to get the sound for that.
Yeah.
What's this? Sal, Lil Pill wants to add in bed after each sentence. Okay, I swear I am behind. In bed. Ignore me. In bed. You can lift it. In bed. Let's just add that to everybody in chat. Okay. Moving on. How's shopping, by the way, David? David's out shopping. As a celebrity, as someone in public, she have a hard time with invasion of privacy so long as the information is out of public. And that's the other thing that's interesting. It's like she's a podcaster and she's a TEDx speaker, and then she's litigating against people. So all this stuff does get out in the public. Yeah. So it's kind of like, well, what do you think's going to happen? Did you see the bearing of the hearing where she's rubbing her belly? Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Lil Pill. So this is what I'm thinking that we're going to run next, the one where she's rubbing her belly. Yeah. You can't put it in the closet and save it for later. No, you can't really. Like once it's happening, it's happening. All right, so on to something else. And this is happening tomorrow for you guys in the US. It's already Monday here, but that doesn't mean it's happening today here. So Ruby Franke is going to accept a plea deal on the CA claims. So, you just made it home? You're going to get a stew started? Oh, you're going to start stewing, are you?
David,
you're going to start stewing?
Is that what you call it nowadays?
That's what you call it nowadays.
In bed.
No, we can't be watching that now because it's Sunday in the US. So they don't catch up that fast, unfortunately. They're really quite slow to catch up with us a little bit. So Monday in the US, which is tomorrow for them, they're a long, long way behind us, Little Pill. So It is Monday morning for us. So she apparently is going to take a plea deal. Yes, indeedy. Oh, you meant the other thing. Oh, no. The hearing. No, we won't do that now. I don't think people are going to hang about and watch that now. The crazy fake pregnant lady. Now, see, Dali has this thing where he runs out of battery. So he like runs. I watch him. His eyes just start to glaze over, and he starts to like.
I'm okay right now.
Like this.
Yeah, he's okay 2 hours.
Not even 2 hours. He's probably got about an hour left of battery left in him.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so breaking. YouTuber Ruby Franke will accept a plea deal on her CA charges when she sees a judge Monday. Her attorney says the former 8-passenger star wants to mend relationships and blames her partner, Jody Hildebrandt, for causing the alleged CA. How is she a partner? I don't really understand.
Well, you see, when a woman loves another woman, they express love.
They're not, are they? I didn't think that they were festive.
I thought they were.
Are they festive? No, she's married.
Well, she was. I don't know.
Are they lesbians? Someone tell me. I don't understand. Like I haven't been up with this case like everyone else. So, I've just been following this on the periphery. So someone tell me, are they having a bit of a business part? Thank you, Murph Turf. See, this is why we need you, Murph. We can't not have you in chat, Murph. At least in chat. I've tried to get you on the show, and you're like, and I understand, Murph. It's all right. You don't have to be on the show. But in chat, please, darling, you are so valuable. You know everything.
Thank you. I try.
No, not you. Oh. You're just here for the ladies. Yeah. It's business partners. Sal stops. Yeah. Okay. So they're business partners. So that's what it means. Have you not heard the stuff about Hildebrandt? I kind of understand. Like, don't they? It's business and highly suggested the special friends. Oh, they are special friends, are they?
I knew it. So they bump uglies.
Okay, so this is why. So I don't know about other channels, but on this channel, I get people to help, and it's like a very interactive chat, right? So I want, especially on this show, right? On this show, especially because I want people to be interactive, and I want you to join in and help, right? So I know all of you guys are trial watchers, and I know all of you guys know more about this. Like, I watch a lot of stuff, but you guys watch a lot of stuff as well. I'm not a lawyer. I want you all to help, right? So is Murph alive? Yes, absolutely, Murph's alive. She's here. Murph watches my channel. I'm sure she watches everyone's channel, but Murph comes along, and especially on Sundays. She was here last Sunday as well. Yeah. I think they were, but nothing out there supporting that. Okay. Murph, sorry. Sal's here for Sal's plan seems reasonable. What's this about Sal with the dirty hangs? She's done it with multiple women previously. What, business partnerships or
sweet?
That.
I don't know.
That means scissoring.
All I knew is I dated a girl when I was 16. She was 18, and she had a secret girlfriend I didn't know about.
It's 2023.
And it wasn't even. She wasn't even cute.
And she wasn't even cute.
No. My girlfriend was, but her special friend wasn't.
In your opinion, like, you never know what ladies can do for one another. Anyway.
Yeah.
I tell you what. You seem a bit busy there. Or do you want to do this?
No, I can do it.
Okay. Off you go.
Apparently she has taken a plea and admitting her fault. seems different than the other child abuse cases we have seen, since most of them have such a big ego that they think they can win it at trial. Maybe she's seen what happens to child abusers at trial and likely knows all the stuff they would have on her would make a trial go very badly for her. I think it's very likely she's been keeping up with the Vander Ark and Ferreter cases.
Ooh, box boy.
She watched Ferreter and was like, hey, let's talk.
Let's talk.
La 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 la. Right?
La, la, la.
These juries are really a jury of your peers. I have agreed with most of these sentences. Period. How long was he sentenced for? ? I watched the whole trial and it seems I have forgotten. He only got 5 years, which I believe was lower than the sentencing guidelines, but only by a little, if I remember correctly. He should have got 1.5.
Should 15.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, should have got 15. Should have got 15. Okay, so clearly,
Hey, Pixie.
okay, clearly these people are guilty people.
Yes.
So obviously, I've taken these chats or these comments from the Court TV.
Yeah.
The Court TV comment thread. I had to pull this one up. MLS. Murph has not been in my church in months. I think July was the last time I saw her. I didn't know you went to the same church, David.
Oh, she's avoiding church? Oh, no, she's a naughty girl.
Oh, no. How dare you, Murph? How dare you not go to church? Hey, Pixie, how's it going?
Why are you avoiding David's church?
Oh, how could you not go to David's church? Hey, this way. Oh, how are you? Sundays with EU is my church. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Yay. Oh, that's so nice. And EU, if you want a full rundown on all of the Jodie and Ruby stuff, let me know. I have watched and read a ton of it and could probably dump it into a doc of dot points. Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes. Are you on Twitter, Lil Pill? You can add me and we will talk. Okay, cool. It's really nice to have you here, Murph, by the way. It's really, really nice to have you here. I love it when you're in chat. Okay. I hope she gets a hefty prison sentence with that deal, but if she ends up testifying, they might offer her something better. So the other lady was the one making her punish her kids? I know we haven't seen all the evidence, but it seems they were both equally guilty, and she's not even related to the family. How can she make you torture and abuse your kids? That's actually a really good question. I don't really know how a person outside of the house who is not even part of this whole thing can make you do these things. Like, and again, I'm not part of this. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of it. All I know is that how can you just blame someone completely who's not even in the room? This is very strange. Very, very strange. Okay, Dali, do you want to read the second one?
I think she wants to save herself from the embarrassment of a trial.
Well, clearly.
Well, anything that saves money of a tribble is okay by me. Pretty sure they want trial. Pretty sure they want her to testify against the other female anyway. This isn't her first rodeo. And the DA wants to take her down.
So sus.
Probably it's all going to come out in Jodie's tribble, though regardless. I don't get these people who hurt their kids. People go to jail for treating animals that way. is just sick. May the deal be lengthy
Lengthy.
and girthy.
Lengthy and girthy. And may it be a shooter, not a dribbler. Let's just all agree that she did not deny skipping out on MLS church. Yeah. Well, you know what? Your church is on your Wednesday night, my Thursday morning. That's when we all go to Church of MLS and praise David. This is when we all come to Church of EU and praise EU on Sunday afternoon / Monday morning. And pretty soon I'll have memberships, and eventually when there's enough people, we'll have a member only stream where we can all praise Hella.
There you go.
And we all need to help me come up with names for the memberships, guys.
Yes.
We need to help me with that. It's going to have to happen because I'm really struggling with that. It'll be Hella somethings. Hella this, Hella that, Hella that. I don't know what yet. Anyway, what could be more wholesome than a food truck?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I'm thinking something along the lines of Aussie animals that could kill you. Pixie. Sorry, this is off the thing with the food truck. This is to do Halloweenies. This is to do with my memberships. And yes, you did spell that one right. Okay, so now we are on, yes, dangerous ones. Although, Pixie, I was thinking maybe ones that aren't dangerous, but we make them sound dangerous.
Drop bears.
Hella drop bears. Or we could make up names of animals based on Hella. Like, because I usually, like, combine my name with other people's. Like Flux, for example. Whenever I see Flux, I call Flux and myself Fluxella. Or I call Valhalla and myself Valhalla. Could they be koalas or wombadellas or cassuellas? I don't know. Fairy penguins. Yes, the evil fairy penguins. Why do we think we eat Vegemite? Because it tastes delicious. That's why. Hella gay. Hella gay. Hella bats. Oh, I like that. Okay, moving on. So, what could be more wholesome than a food truck? So, you would not believe what this next topic is. It's one of my favorite topics that I generally touch on every single week, but we're going to come at it from a different angle this week, and that is my old friend, Mr. Kohberger. Ooh, I thought we were going to do plain hearsay. What's this?
Oh, for your members?
Dying declaration, party opponent, things like. Oh, that's actually interesting. I could go that way.
Not a bad idea.
Yes, so I'm open to all suggestions.
Yeah, I can see that.
Party opponent. Okay, could you message me what the options are on that, David? That'd be sweet. Alrighty. Now, there is a lady on Twitter who has a theory about Kohberger, which is quite different to all the other theories getting around. And she thinks that Mr. Kohberger is not guilty, clearly, but also that there's this whole other potential storyline as to what was going on that night and why the four University of Idaho, is that what it's called? That Moscow State University, is that what it's called? I can't remember what the name of the university is, but why those four were targeted. And it's to do with them going to a food truck earlier that night, right? And her point of view is that there was actually a fight club, right? And the fight club also had like a ring of drug cartel people involved, and that food truck that two of the girls went to earlier in the night, there's CCTV. There's 4 hours of CCTV, which this woman has looked at, and she keeps tweeting about it. And her take on the matter is that actually there's a bunch of speaking in code and chatter, and really it explains why potentially Kohberger could have been there in that vicinity throughout that evening, and what his potential involvement could have been, and also how he could have known the people in the house, and why, like what the connection is, basically. So I'll take you through some of the tweets, and I'll take you through some of the video. It's a tenuous connection, but it's not implausible. And I haven't wanted to I've known about this for like a little while, right? And I haven't wanted to bring it into Hearsay for Days because it's really like there's been other things to talk about with Kohberger, right? But today I've decided to just only talk about this for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, to give you guys a little bit of an insight into what I've known about it, and just bring you up to date with this sort of little corner of the Kohberger space, and get a little bit of a thought from you guys, because you're my friends, and whether or not it's even worth sort of considering. I put it into my Twitter community, which I've started, called Hearsay for Days community, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. I wanted to just put it out there and say, guys, should I even give this the time of day, this theory, or should I just ignore this? And I want to see what you guys think. Okay, so and I haven't mentioned who the commenter is, but by the way, if you join my community, you'll see, like, obviously all of these commenters, and you'll know who all these people are, and you can follow them if you choose to, and you can deep dive more into this if you're interested. Okay, so pay attention to the guys by the register. Oh, hey, David. Did you just hear what I was talking about? Hello.
I did, with the food trucks. I always thought there was something odd about the food truck, but now it's expanding into a fight club.
Yeah, well, fight club / drug ring.
/ hair club.
Yeah. So nothing about food. Pretty much. Okay, so pay attention to the guys by the register. Ethan blank blank coming for you, huh? Yeah, bro, check this out. There wasn't even beef until I came by here. But now that I'm here, I'm just doing it. Doing what? Fight Club? Idaho for Bryan Kohberger. Huh, Ethan? Don't think so. Oh my God. He said the name Ethan and says something about coming for you and having beef, and he's just going to do it. So maybe he was going to fight Ethan at night. Use your ears, not just your eyes. There's a million Ethans out there, lol, obviously, but considering those are Sigma Chi guys, and Ethan is rumored to have gotten in a fight with Sigma Chi members, and he's talking about having beef and coming for you, it might be connected. It's not as far-fetched to think so. All right, so the first video is, as far as I'm concerned, a little, as it says, there could be lots of Ethans, so I'm not as interested in this one, but let's look at it. Share this tab. Oh.
Wow.
Is that Ethan's brother?
Yeah, bro. Check this out.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, it wasn't even me, like, came by there. But now I'm here, I'm just doing it.
He's that dude who talks about man.
But now I'm here, I'm just doing it.
If Sonia's not here, they just got the mac and cheese.
Oh, Sonia. Hey, Josie.
Hey, Josie.
Wow. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, it wasn't even me until I came out here. But now I'm here, I'm just doing it.
Okay. So,
This is the part of the video where the girls are saying that, right?
yeah. So,
And they're talking about Fight Club?
no, well, okay. You don't talk about Fight Club. Hang on. Okay, so this lady who is like so obsessed with this theory and keeps posting parts of this video, she apparently has 4 hours of CCTV video from this food truck from that night, right?
Well, okay, hang on real quick. Couple of questions. First of all, how is it that she got a hold of them, and is she sharing the full raw video?
She's sharing bits of it, and I don't know how she's got the full hours, and
Okay.
I don't know. Good question. In fact, if I can copy you in on the lady. She's right out there on Twitter. She's not quiet at all. I just haven't put her up on my feed here. That's all. But yeah, she's in fact where it is.
It's
In fact, I'll
on
read this out.
Twitch. Murphs is saying that the live stream is on Twitch. I just recently
live
got a
stream on
Twitch
Twitch.
account. So Murphs, are you able to
Really?
send me a link to that Twitch account where it's there?
Oh, really, Murph? Okay. Well, okay, let's listen to what she says. So how can anyone watch this and still not comprehend the possibility that there was more going on behind the scenes related to Idaho 4 or not? Is the last place K&M were alive. So that would be Kaylee and Madison were alive. And lots of name drops of E and X, so Ethan and Zana. If you haven't watched the 4+ hour video, then shut the F up, please. There you go. And I have this video here, and they talk a lot about peanut butter. So street name, slang or code word for methamphetamine. Note, innumerable substances, legal or illicit or combination thereof, are used to facilitate illegal activities. Peanut butter, crank. Okay, so let's look at that. Just a sec.
Hey, what's up? This is the carbonara effect. Welcome to the carbonara effect tonight, y'all. Tonight we getting down and dirty with all of the magic, with all of the
Magic the Gathering?
ingredient. You don't know the secret ingredient. It's peanut butter. Yes.
It's
To be
man.
honest. That's why Mac tastes so good. It's peanut butter.
That's the secret, is that it's actually just peanut butter.
But the magic is how much peanut butter.
How much peanut butter do you use
About 6 ounces
I don't know.
per pound of cheese.
Per pound of cheese?
Yeah,
That's a lot of fucking peanut butter, man.
I know.
That's like
That's almost half.
It's not cream. It's peanut butter is the primary.
Yeah. Okay. So
Why are they talking about peanut butter?
I am confused.
Wait, I my phone was being weird. What? And I had to jump out. What was the
They
context
were
of this?
talking. There were 3 different code words being used. Sorry, I'm mind blank. There was peanut butter.
It's like Boogaloo and Igloo means Civil War.
Yeah.
Trust the plan.
Hang on. Can we go back? Let's just go back. I've forgotten now. So the carbonara effect.
Welcome to the carbonara effect tonight, y'all. Tonight we getting down and dirty with all of the magic, with all
Carbonara
of the
effect, magic.
secret ingredient. You don't know the secret ingredient. It's peanut butter,
Secret ingredient is peanut butter.
to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost too.
That's why Mac tastes so good. It's peanut butter.
Mac tastes so good.
That's the secret, is that it's actually just peanut butter.
But the magic
I think there needs to be more context here.
Yeah, obviously.
About 6 ounces per pound of cheese. Yeah, I know. That's almost half.
It's not cream, it's peanut butter is the primary something or other. Okay. Who's doing things? Oh, that's you. Right.
I'm sorry, I'm stewing.
Everybody's blaming me.
I'm stewing.
No. It's all right. I thought it was from the video. I was like, have I still got a video playing or something? No.
I'm cooking while watching guys in a food truck talk about peanut butter.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, this is not it. This is not it. I'm going forward. Hello. No, not that one, No, forward. No, not you.
I think, okay, so Bobby says, why does he sound like he's being interviewed? I think he's just talking to his buddy that's up in front of him, and that he's just like BSing about a conversation. We're picking up in the middle of a conversation that we don't have any context to.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
someone is trying to say, well, this is all code words. It's like, well, is it?
Look, maybe, but this lady apparently has watched 4 hours of this thing, and she's picking up a piece of it to show us. And if she was BSing, there's other people who can see the 4 hours and pick her up on the BSing. So I'm not sure whether or not we can say that that's definitely the case. Okay, hang on a minute. I just need to get to this next part. Because I went and boom it. Just a minute. Okay. Now, meanwhile, of course, our friend JLR, who I was talking about last week, who is the best true crime guy with good vibes. Remember him? He was the one who was in the courtroom with Murdaugh, and he was like, that one. He's come along and gone, my crystal ball says Bryan Kohberger is the guiltiest of them all. Guilty. And
Guilty.
Then guilty. And then Becky Hill comes along and goes, tell him what you won, Captain Obvious.
Okay, so let's assume there's a fight club, and let's assume Bryan is there. Is that the issue? How does do 4 people get unalived as a result?
Yeah, okay. So hang on just a minute. Oh, I missed a bit. All right. So I believe it's possible that GT was live streaming Fight Club and taking bets. That's the grub truck. Was live streaming Fight Club and taking bets. Maybe Bryan was hired to do the IT security stuff from the stream based on his cloud forensic knowledge. Maybe he saw something he shouldn't have and was driving around trying to pinpoint the one. I don't know what that means. Exact location of the stream. Or maybe he was doing security. Or maybe even training some frat guys, since he was a boxer himself. Was he? Okay. Could be many things to explain pings or CCTV, if in fact it's actually his vehicle, which I doubt, just speculation. Hour and a half later, still talking about peanut butter. The entire night is filled with codes, hand signals, and unspoken words directed at one of the two live streams.
Oh my God, this is not Q. Okay? This isn't trust the plan. This isn't where we go one, we go all. Stop looking for code signals.
Well, give her a minute. The entire night is filled with codes, hand signals, and unspoken words directed at one of the two live streams, allegedly, in my opinion. Of course, allegedly, right? Now, more. Hour and a half later, still talking about peanut butter. Still don't
That is kind of weird, I guess. Is it nonstop talk about peanut butter, or is it like, oh, by the way, that conversation we had an hour ago?
I mean, I really do like peanut butter.
Well, maybe they do. Hang on. Just a minute. There's more.
I know what I'm going to spend 4 hours doing.
Stop cooking with hedgehogs.
And there's no one there. Okay, well, I didn't really hear it anyway. Apparently, though.
This thing is colder than peanut butter on a.
I could cut ice cold frozen peanut butter with my nipples. It's so cold.
Oh, thank you, Josie.
Colder than
That's very sweet of you, darling. Okay. So yeah, sorry I missed a bit there, but that's what tied it together, everybody.
Thank you so much, Josie. You are
Thank
awesome.
you, Josie. That's really, really lovely of you. And yes, it feels like a really long time coming. It's only been, what was it, July?
Yeah.
July, August, September, October, November, and into a little bit of December. So 5 and a bit months. So yeah. Feels like forever.
Yeah. My goal was 6 months, and I beat it within a day.
Beat it within a day.
I don't know if I had a goal, but it is very awesome that you guys are both monetizing it.
Yeah, it all happened like together, like in a week of each
Yeah.
other. I know. I was saying we should have like a dual stream. What do you call it? Monetization party.
Celebration.
Yeah, because like we are kind of like YouTube married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are kind of.
It'd be like a little reception for the two of you.
Yeah, we should. We are kind of like you know.
Can we have cake with a little Salvador on top and a little EU?
We should have little bubble heads on top.
There you go.
I should make a bubble head for Dali. You know.
Surprised she doesn't have one already.
I should make a bobblehead for Dal. I haven't got one. Hey, I've got one for me. It was about 2, 3 a.m. in College Town. That was frat boy drunk talk. No, this was earlier.
It was like midnight or something.
Yeah,
Or 1 a.m.
but sure. I mean, yeah, you could put it down to that. But look, you would think that the cops have been onto all this and that they've looked at all of this CCTV and they've investigated the possibility of there being something going on with the sororities and the frat guys and all that stuff. You would think, as we all know, with the investigators and the cops, they don't always look down every rabbit hole. They kind of find somebody and decide.
Pick and choose.
Once they find someone, that's kind of it generally. But you never know. But I just thought I'll show you guys because I've known about this for a little while and I wanted to put it to you all. Is it worth even considering, or is it a nothing burger? Nothing burger, get it? Food truck.
I mean, I think it's worth considering. I've always thought that the food truck, a couple of the people on the outside of the food truck were suspicious enough. I think it might be a bit of a stretch without any information whatsoever that there actually is a fight club. to suggest that a Fight Club is somehow involved. I mean, I'm not going to get it from that video.
Oh, thank you, Master. You're a darling. I love having you around, and I love your contributions always. You have been a fantastic supporter of mine right from the beginning. Right from the beginning of my journey, and you've always been around in the background, always, whether you're in chat or you're in my messages or you're just there supporting me in any way whatsoever. Like, I absolutely adore you, Murph. You're and also just a fountain of knowledge. Like, you're just someone who is always there with. I never understand how you can keep up with all of the trials. Like, you just know so much information. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just am like, I know all this stuff, and then people go, oh, you know stuff, and it's because Murph has told me.
Yeah.
It's because Murph has dropped the facts. That's why. So nice. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, yeah, so JLR, come along way. My crystal ball says Bryan Kohberger is the guiltiest of them all. And then Becky Hill said, tell him what you've won, Captain Obvious. And I'm going to take credit for the Becky Hill account becoming active again. I am going to take credit because she was quiet. She wasn't saying anything. She'd shut up after the initial complaint about her from Dick and Jim. And then I started tweeting about this person needs to be encouraged, and she came back out of hiding, and she is on fire. Fire, people. So anyway, that brings me to my favorite part of the week. Murph does like a good rabbit hole.
Oh, Becky.
This brings me to my favorite part of the week, as usual. And it's just, it never stops giving. This just never stops giving. This always, every single week, it just gets better. I don't know how it just keeps getting better, but it does. Oh, wow. All right, let's do it. So, last week we watched Lawyer Laurie and Neil Gordon, and I love this look on his face. Lawyer Laurie and Neil Gordon having it out on Court TV about the fact that he was grumpy that Lawyer Laurie did a TikTok calling him out and his wife out, and he even said, get my wife's name out your damn mouth, Will Smith style. And it says here, Rebecca Hill's co-author faced off with attorney Laurie Murray about comments related to an ethics investigation into the clerk of court. And Becky Hill's come back and gone, this chicken's feisty. She's coming for my ass. Can you say it in Becky Hill's voice, please?
That chick is feisty. She's coming for my ass.
She's coming for my ass.
Did you know the judge was black? Heavens to Betsy. I cannot believe a black judge in South Carolina.
Do you think Becky secretly has a wild side?
I think she's secretly a racist.
I think she secretly has a tramp stamp on like both the front and the back.
Of Judge Newman.
All right. Now this really
Eric Bland.
Me. During the week, this really amused me, right? So, you know Fitz News. Are we all aware of what Fitz News is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Fitz News is. Oh, nice.
Fierce News, you said?
Fitz News. So that is it is the local kind of news source.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's mainly run by this fella called Will Folks, and he was like the guy on the ground at the Murdaugh trial. And he reports a lot about Murdaugh news. He's all over everything Murdaugh, everything South Carolina, judicial. And people really turn to this news source for everything to do with the whole Murdaugh saga. And I think that now that we're at this point where everything's kind of imploding, right? So we have this whole Becky Hill thing, and Becky was a little bit of a darling of the whole Murdaugh, anti-Murdaugh set, right? So people liked Becky. Becky was the one who called out the guilty verdict.
Yeah, Becky put out.
Yeah, Becky was considered to have a lot of not authority. Well, yes, authority, but she was loved. Like she,
especially her kid.
And her kid. No one thought anything bad of Becky.
I think it was DUI guy who was there and talked about how much he loved Becky and how much these allegations all shocked him. And how he couldn't imagine it.
Yeah, and even like Josie's saying FitzNews is the only media I trust. They tell it like it is. Yeah. And Becky made that trial into a live show.
Into a circus.
Into the Becky show. She did. Yeah. She made it into the Becky show.
It was a circus.
Yeah, exactly. She did. It was a circus. But this is the thing. She let people in, like she made sure that the media felt at home, and that was very important. And FitzNews was one of them, right? Now, since things have turned against Becky and it's become really clear that it's not, that the allegations are not completely unfounded, FitzNews have started to show the actual truth. Like they're not all saying, "Oh, Becky's so lovely. She has nothing to do with this. She is squeaky clean." And now Will and the FitzNews banner are starting to support some people like this lady, Lawyer Laurie. And isn't that interesting? And Josie, yes, as you say, the only media you trust. Well, I'm really starting to come to think, well, you know what? FitzNews are actually showing some integrity, right? Because here they are, they're standing up and they're going, you know what? Things are showing, the truth is starting to come out, and we're not just going to blindly stand behind this woman who it's really quite clear that evidence is being shown that she may have acted with impropriety, right? And
so Sean has a question in the chat, and I have the same question. Who is the person on the left?
Oh, okay. So this is Lawyer Laurie, and firstly, I just want to thank Pixie. Pixie, seriously, you are wonderful. Thank you, Pixie. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Does that count as an excited utterance? Yes, it does. That's an excited utterance. Thank you, Pixie.
Thank you so much
for your support.
It means a lot to us.
It does mean a lot. And you know what? If you're not in chat, you're always on the rewatch as well, which means so much to me. Because, you know, I notice these things. You know, I notice. And it's lovely to have you around. Especially to have an Australian around is just, I can't even say.
Around these disgusting Americans.
Yeah, all these Americans. I just, like, they add up. Okay, so Lawyer Laurie, she was the lady who called out Neil Gordon and his wife last week, or the week before, for basically getting involved in some shenanigans with Becky very early on. And basically, Becky was allegedly allowing Neil's wife to come into the courtroom and take photos, and basically have access to the courtroom when that's not something that people are allowed to do as just general public, because of the fact that they had a book planned. So Lawyer Laurie is quite the outspoken TikToker, but she's also a lawyer, and she has freedom of speech, and she has gained quite the following for calling out not just Becky, but her co-author Neil Gordon and his wife. And so if I actually just go back one moment, do I have the link here?
Oh, I'm just looking at the Wrongful podcast, and Josie linked my stream.
Oh, that's so nice. Dolly, would you be able to pull up Lawyer Laurie's link for the thing that we played last week? Just her TikTok?
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great. If we could play, I'll
No
just play
promises.
That. Just just
Tick. TIKTOK.
TIKTOK. Lawyer Laurie.
Goddamn Chinese.
It'll be pretty easy to find. Yeah, cool. So we'll have a look at Lawyer Laurie in a minute. But anyway, so Fitz News has come along and said this. Facts. Lawyer Laurie is a brilliant attorney with incredible sources, accurate analysis, provocative insights, and impeccable taste. We don't always agree with Laurie.
Wait, was provocative used? Is she provocative?
Provocative insights. Yes. Yes. Provocative insights and impeccable taste. We don't always agree with Laurie, but she's a credit to her profession and an important and influential voice in the marketplace of ideas. Redacted commenters say, foul-mouthed redneck with a microphone. No thanks. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much, Dolly. Let's bring her up, shall we? Just for those who didn't watch.
Well, never thought I would be a part of this shit show, but thank you, Neil Gordon, co-author of Behind the Scenes of Justice with Becky Hill, for changing that all for me and let me start in my own show. If you haven't been following this particular shit show, let me do a little recap for you. See, a couple of days ago, I did a video on the allegations filed against Becky Hill with the South Carolina Ethics Commission. And in that video, I mentioned Mr. Gordon's wife. Now, this complaint was filed against Becky Hill, and part of the allegation included the fact that she may or may not have let Melissa Gordon into the courthouse. Now, we all know that she let a lot of people into the courthouse that didn't have to wait in line, but this particular allegation said it was Melissa Gordon. At the beginning of this video, I said these are allegations. I said alleged several times in the video, but Mr. Gordon here has taken extreme exception to the fact that his wife was mentioned, or he just wants attention for his book. Mr. Gordon demanded that I make an immediate retraction, which I did not do, but I did post another video explaining what the words alleged mean, so maybe that he could understand that. And I also went a little further into whether or not Becky would be allowed to have written this book, whether it was an ethics violation for her to have written the book. But behind the scenes, in private groups, not public groups, private groups, Mr. Gordon's been running his mouth a little bit. Lawyer Laurie is dangerous. Please get the kids away from a link I am sharing, and please get your popcorn out tonight. I'm going to let her know personally how I feel tonight at 8 p.m. on Court TV and try to educate her on do no harm journalism. Sir, I've read your book. You don't need to be educating anybody on journalism. Also, please raise your hand if you think I'm a journalist and not a lawyer. Nobody? Me either. And so, Mr. Gordon, I can't wait to hear what you have to say tonight at 8 p.m. on Court TV. Personally, I don't think you should poke this bear. I don't think you want the smoke. But hey, whatever sells books, right?
I love her.
Nice.
I just love her.
She's
so
awesome.
Great. She is sassy. Now, you can imagine that the kind of people who watch Will from Fitz News, read Fitz News, and these people are, okay, most of them, a good deal of them anyway, they're very anti-Murdaugh. They're very pro-state. They really liked Will's coverage of the Murdaugh trial. And he was very complimentary of Becky. I remember thank you, Becky, for facilitating us when we were at the trial. You were just a wonderful host. And I remember him saying all this stuff. The way that Will and FitzNews covered the trial, very, like, if I remember it.
Well, I remember a lot of people were chalking it up to, well, that's just the good old boy network. That's just how small counties in the South operate. And remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was just, oh, that's South Carolina. They're just so friendly. They're sweet.
Exactly. So now, if you just imagine, like, now we have this network, and he's coming along and saying, this chick's calling it like it is. She's a brilliant attorney with incredible sources, accurate analysis, provocative insights, and impeccable taste. We don't always agree with Laurie, but she's a credit to her profession, an important and influential voice in the marketplace of ideas. Now, this is turning things around, right? So suddenly we have this person who is supporting someone who's very much, as the commenters are saying, a foul-mouthed redneck with a microphone, right? Facts. But the entire tweet is an opinion, Will. I think I see the issue you're having now. Let's chat. Becky Hill, why are you involved in this back and forth banner? She's just having some fun. Now let's keep going. Disagree with almost everything lawyer Laurie says, but I have tremendous respect for her and her courage to stand up for her convictions. Can't be easy to be attacked online like she seems to be so frequently. A class act, even if again, I disagree with her opinions. And then some people weren't quite as complimentary of Will. Hey, Willie, is this another paid advertisement? And then that's Will's head and some lotion. And is that...
Wait, what? Lotion?
Some lotion on Will's head, and he's naked on someone else's body, obviously. Is that Lawyer Laurie? Is that her face?
I think so.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, so someone's made a meme to try and make it look like, he's being oiled up.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. Right. I guess no Murdaugh news today. Oh, the Will, folks, that's his direct account. You are such a tool. And troll in need of a bridge. Yeah. Yes.
He puts the lotion on the skin, or else he gets the hose again.
Yeah, that's right, Murph. Yeah, FitzNews had Becky on their show. The tides have changed because of all her shenanigans. This is exactly what I'm getting at, Murph. And Murph, I love having you in chat. Thank you. You say exactly what I mean to say, but more eloquently. This is exactly why I put this into the show today, because it's showing a big turnaround and people don't like it. When I say people, I mean his audience. They're pushing back, right? They're like, why are you supporting this person? Why are you speaking ill of Beckyboo? And when I say why are you speaking ill of Beckyboo, they know why he's speaking ill of Beckyboo. But a lot of them are just staying really quiet about the whole thing because they can see that the castle's falling down, right? It's very clear that the evidence is just coming out everywhere.
Hasn't she been removed from her position already, at least temporarily?
No. She's still there. In fact, interestingly, watch this. And here's our friend Ben Smith. Hey, Ben, if you're watching. I messaged him earlier. He said that he might watch. He's got something on this afternoon, but he did retweet about this being on. And he said, absolutely, just use my stuff. It's all good. So in the first of likely many to come, Ms. Gordon writes to Becky. Ms. Gordon is Neil's wife, the photographer. Writes to Becky on, how's this work? The 2nd of the 12th? That's the beginning of December?
2nd
right?
December.
Yep.
Silly Aussie.
Shut up. So in the first of likely many to come, Ms. Gordon writes to Becky that she paused their private Facebook group, that she will do an accounting of the invoices and get anything that is incorrect corrected. Anything that is incorrect corrected.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Makes sense.
Right. Hey, Daniel D. How's it going? And hey, Fed. How are you? And Secret is here. Yay! It's so nice to have you all here. Okay, so check it out. From Hill at ColletonCounty.org. That is her address at her job. She's still there. Right? As of the 2nd of December.
After her son was arrested.
Yeah. Right. And I haven't heard any more news about it since then. So
I understand she's elected, but there's still got to be a mechanism for removing even elected officials.
Well, impeachment maybe? I don't know. It's a lower office, but...
Yep. Well, maybe. I don't know. But...
I mean, we had a clerk that was removed in a county in Michigan here a couple of years ago. And there's a process to do it. You know, they put her on administrative leave, so that way then they appointed a temporary clerk to act in her stead, and then they went through the whole official removal process.
I see. What'd she do?
All right. Okay. So
she basically didn't do her job at all. Didn't even like show up.
Oh.
The subject is BDJ website, which is Behind the Doors of Justice website. That's her book, right? Update. Website has a basic coming soon banner, and there is no photo of the book cover. Facebook page for Murdaugh in the Low Country, Behind the Doors of Justice, has been paused and is invisible to anyone who is not a member. The only other option for the Facebook page would be to delete it, and that, of course, would not look good. How does Ben get this stuff? He's so good. All right. That's from Melissa Gordon at studiogordonlic.com, Studio Gordon LLC, Augusta, Georgia. And then from Melissa Gordon, yes, that's Saturday, December 2, 2023, to Tommy Hill. That must be a relative of Becky Hill. Rebecca Hill at ColletonCounty.org.
Her son?
Neil, maybe, but her son's not Tommy, is it? Maybe she's got another one. And Neil at Studio Gordon. Right. So, hi all. As you requested, Becky, I have unpublished BehindTheDoorsOfJustice.com website, see attached, and I will go and do an accounting of the charge or something charged to WRM LLC and get anything that is incorrect corrected. Although you did not request it, I have chosen to pause the Murdaugh group and hide the group, make it invisible, since it has a BDG, that's Behind the Doors of Justice, something attached to it. Even though I started it as a hobby type Murdaugh enthusiast page, which I find that wording hilarious, by the way, I feel like it's best for right now. I welcome your thoughts on something, of course, and I am sorry to each of you, Neil included, that I did that without getting your input. See attached photos on what I did with the unpublishing. I am currently holding online with GoDaddy to get the placeholder image of the book, something still up on the site address taken off, and will update everyone once that is accomplished. Thank you, Melissa Gordon, Studio Gordon something or other, Studio Gordon LLC, and there's more. And someone here says using that official email for personal business also doesn't look good. Melissa Gordon, Facebook, Instagram, and all of this is out of Colleton County. It's been taken as a quote from Becky's email. So if you can see, like, you can see these little quote indents. So if we go back 1, 2, right, all sounds great, thank you. Re-BDJ website from Hill, Colleton County org. So all sounds great, thank you is her response. So that's Becky Hill's response. And see how that's an inside quote. So that's from, you can tell that that's all from Becky Hill's email.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, that's her email signature. So she's using her Colleton County email address. So she said, sounds good, thank you, from her email address. So Melissa Gordon is telling Becky that she's taking down the website Behind the Doors of Justice, I suppose, and the Facebook group because of all of this uproar. And that's on the 2nd of December. Oh, yeah, her son's Jeffrey. Yeah, so there must be another one. What was the name? Tommy.
My mute button needs a mute button? What do you mean?
Darlie's been making little signs. Are you still making signs there?
It's been muted when I did it.
We can hear it when you press that.
Can you really?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
that?
I really can. Yeah.
There's a, God damn it. That's what I get for a $40 microphone. I could do it in a StreamYard, but no, I do it manually.
Okay, can you hear it when I do this? Ready?
Yeah.
Could you hear that? You heard that?
Yeah.
Well, we just heard you turn the button on and off.
Yeah. But there was a
But-
little.
How about it? What if I do it this way? Can you hear that?
Barely. It's just a soft little touch.
Yeah, I was just really soft with it then. I touched the tip softly.
I touch my tip softly too, but I don't like to. I prefer others to do it for me.
For others. So Ben posted the original public records to Becky was denied. No reason provided. He resubmitted to the deputy county administrator. Yes. Okay. So hey, little peanut. Hey, Piss Penny.
I'm not chopping carrots anymore. I was chopping carrots. This is all Salvador. I'm sitting here. My stew is stewing away now.
Ooh. Dave's stewing.
So, Bestie Ben. Are you mates with Ben now, are you, Murph? Yeah. He's pretty great. Ben is pretty great, I would say.
Okay, I'm lost on the who's Ben. Remind me.
Okay. Ben is the guy who was on my show last week.
Okay. Nope, we're good. I just forgot.
Yeah. So he's this guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So legit, he needs to be a private investigator. He's so great. I don't know how he gets all this stuff. Okay. Redacted comment is, I can't believe she is still emailing on this shit from her work email. Also odd that she still has the website on her FB page. Really? Okay, and now on to one of my favorite people. Eric Bland. Check it out. He knows branding. There is that. So, Dali, come back.
Where'd he go?
Dali, we need you.
He needs to read. Although I think he should read it more like Sean reads it.
That's true.
More of a whiny
Dali,
voice.
come back. We need you for EB reading.
I did see. Is this his tweet out there regarding his bobblehead and mentioning of the hearing?
Oh,
I can't read it from here. It's too small.
I made Sal sad. We'll just wait for him because I'm not doing this. He needs to do this. Yeah. So what's this? Ben is Twitter king when it comes to Becky. Yeah. Look, he has other things. Like he talks about some other things, but when it comes to the Becky thing, he is the king. And I honestly, like, I've spoken to him like privately, like I've had like chats. Can you Just a minute.
Yeah, Bobby, I agree. You don't go after Salvador in his background noises, because then you lose Salvador. Sean Bird, are you listening?
True. Oh, hey, Wendy H. How's it going?
Wendy streamed with me for 6 hours yesterday.
I know. That was an epic stream yesterday.
I'm still so tired from it.
And at the end of it, I think Wendy had about 6 jumpers on. Like, she was so cold.
Oh, yeah, she was so cold. Yeah, it was a whole 66 degrees in California.
Yeah. Dali, are you here? I think, does yelling even work when he doesn't have his mute on? Okay, stop it. We have to do it without him. Okay, so who knew EB merch would cause such a stir at Alex Murdaugh's sentencing hearing when his lawyer had a moment whining about EB's mugs, shirts, and bobbleheads? Grab your limited edition Eric EB blend bobbleheads.
I was going to respond to his tweet. Now I feel like I should have, so I could have made your show today.
Who? What? You were going to respond to what tweet? This tweet?
I was going to respond to his tweet. This tweet. Were
you?
Huh? Yeah, I was going to. I was going to say, slimy attorneys always be grifting, or something along those lines.
Off you go. You can still do it. Knock 3 times if you are with us, Sal. I'm going to have a go at him in a minute for not being here for this. Okay. We're all in on the fun, especially when the profits for the mugs and shirts are doing good in the world for great non-profit organizations. Don't miss out on the bobblehead fun.
This is a non-profit organization where he sits as the chairman and receives 98% of the proceeds.
Hashtag cups up. Grab your bobblehead. I don't know what the supposed non-profit is. Murph would know. Murph, you there? I have no idea what this non-profit is. Is it like for his pecs or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it's to open his new gym for the poor and the needy. They can come. They can't work out, but they can come watch him work out and get inspired to be better people.
I know, right? I don't know. The nerve of EB to say anyone was whining. Darlie!
I had to pee.
Salvador, you're in trouble.
We were all yelling at you. We're all like, where are you? We have an EB quote.
Sorry, you're in trouble.
Do you sit down to pee? Is that what took so long?
Yeah, that's it, David.
Did you just say you're in trouble?
Yes. Would you like me to go ahead and read it anyways?
Yeah, read it again.
Okay, God. Sorry. Who knew EB merch would cause such a stir at Alex Murdaugh's sentencing hearing when his lawyer had a moment whining about EB's mugs, shirts, and bobbleheads? Grab your limited edition Eric EB Bland bobblehead. Grab it by the tip. We're all in on the fun, especially when the profits from the mugs and shirts are doing good in the world for great non-profit organizations. Don't miss out on the bobblehead fun. EB, hashtag cups up. Grab your bobblehead, or whatever that is, tinyurl.com, 5com.
Can I make myself a charitable organization?
I did wash my hand.
You know he didn't. It didn't that way.
Of course I washed my hand that touched it.
Okay, that was worth it.
You know, Salvador, if you sit down to do your business, you don't have to wash your hands.
Oh, really?
Oh, God, that's disgusting. Gross. Men are so gross.
5 coffee.
You don't touch anything but your jeans.
All right. Okay, I'm glad you're back. Do that stuff now.
Send one to Murdaugh to decorate his cell. That's a great idea, Catherine. and I will send one to Poot EB. Harvard lawyer Lee made a joke about your bobblehead on her channel. I came to your defense and argued your case like I was a real lawyer.
Bobby.
Living rent-free in his head. Oh, thank you. I don't want dick sets.
No.
I still want the original one in the light blue suit reserve. It's for charity, people. Jeez Louise. Thank you. Love it. Send Dick and Jim one for Hanukkah. How much are they?
Actually, how much are they selling his bobbleheads for? Do we know?
And why are they Jewish?
No,
Why the Hanukkah? That's a weird thing to bring Hanukkah up.
You can give a bobblehead as a gift for Hanukkah, I think. I don't know. Is there a certain type of gift you have to receive? Is it only dreidels?
Only dreidels? Is that like OnlyFans?
Only dreidels?
I don't know.
Imagine getting one of these things as a gift.
Oh,
like,
God.
you just want to shove it up someone's ass, wouldn't you?
Ooh,
it's just like,
wow.
Yeah, right. Imagine if like someone actually gave you an EB
Mandy
bobblehead.
Matney's ass.
Yeah. I would be thrilled.
Well, I told you I want one because I want to stretch out the spring on the neck and have it like hang down to the side.
I wish it worked like that in real life.
And I want that behind me.
David's address and I'll buy one for him. Goodness me. I present the
No. I don't want to buy one from him. I want to get it secondhand off of like fake Facebook Marketplace or something. I don't want to give him the money.
Secondhand EB bobblehead. Yeah. I wonder if anyone's selling one secondhand. I don't know if I'd want to touch one that's someone's.
Maybe after Christmas, you know, when several of these are given out and people are like, "Who the hell is this guy? And why do I want it?"
Yeah.
And then like sell it on Facebook.
In your face, Poot. In your face. Well, yeah, the whole state must be full of grifters and schemers. Well, that's true. That is actually true. From what I can tell of South Carolina, it seems to me that there are very few people there who aren't grifters and schemers. And no offense to anyone in chat, but
what are you talking about? Becky isn't a schemer.
You know how close I came to living and practicing in South Carolina, and now I'm very much glad I don't.
You could have defended Murdaugh.
Yeah. Anyway, we're nearly done, but if you thought you'd seen nasty courtroom battles, nah. That's nothing compared to what's been going on here.
EU, is it time for your annual kangaroo boxing event?
Just about.
Wait, you have them?
No, they do it themselves.
Oh, like once a year?
No, they do it all year round.
Oh.
Time for kangaroo court, indeed. In fact, since you've mentioned kangaroo court, that's someone is going to be in the comments today called kangaroo court. All right, so I haven't been able to keep up with all the shenanigans in my Lehrmann case because I tell you what, it's been that nasty. It has been actually that intense that I swear, like with everything else that's been going on, there's just no way that I could possibly, considering that I can't even stream it to you guys, I can't possibly tell you every single day all of the stuff that's been going on. But I do want to tell you something. And I'm going to put it to you guys only from a perspective of imagine if this was happening in just a hypothetical case.
Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah, like in a Johnny Depp trial, for example. Just imagine if this was happening in one of our cases that we're watching. And that way, I don't really need to go into the background of the Lehrmann trial, so that
it's kind of
you need to sort of catch up.
Amber Heard-esque.
It's very Amber Heard-esque. Yeah, it's very Amber Heard-esque. But something has happened in the last week, and I want to put you across it and see what you all think. So basically what we've got here is, while Sky News subpoenaed the bombshell recordings of Brittany Higgins' lawyer in conversation with her fiancé will be handed over to Bruce Lehrmann's legal team. Ms Higgins' lawyer, Leon Zweier, was secretly recorded last week at a Sydney bar discussing with her fiancé, David Shiraz, how she could answer cross-examination questions about her secret $2.4 million payout. So this is what's happened. Imagine that you are a witness for the defense and you are in cross-examination, right? So you're sitting there and you are in a long cross-examination. And this lady, she's been in cross-examination for 3 days, right? The cross-examination actually goes over a period of a weekend. So she comes off the stand on the Friday afternoon, and on the Monday she's due to go back on the stand. So as you all know, when you are in cross-examination, you are not allowed to receive any counsel, all right? So you're not allowed to talk to your lawyer. You're not allowed to speak to anybody at all about what's happening with your cross-examination at all. Nobody, right? Now, her boyfriend is caught talking to her lawyer very loudly in a bar about her testimony. And somebody.
Okay, wait, hang on. Her lawyer is talking to her boyfriend about her testimony.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Correct.
She's
very
not
loudly.
talking.
No.
She's not talking to anyone.
No. So
Okay.
there is that,
All
right?
All right.
Her
I'm just trying to make sure I got the facts right.
Yes, correct. Her lawyer is caught talking very loudly in a bar about her cross-examination and tactics for her cross-examination, and not just about her cross-examination, but what she should say, right? And this is recorded by a source on audio tape, and this audio tape gets immediately to the press and is broadcast by Sky News, right? So isn't this interesting? That the person who happened to be sitting right next to them when they're talking very, very loudly in the bar happens to be someone who gets that audio directly to a news source, and that gets broadcast. Yes, isn't that very interesting, right? And the judge finds out about that, and the judge subpoenas the entire audio recording. So the bombshell recordings of Brittany Higgins' lawyer in conversation with her fiancé will be handed over to Bruce Lehrmann's legal team. All right, so let's have a bit of a look.
Is the judge mad at the reporter or the attorney?
Just mad in general. Mad in general. Wants to know what the hell this is all about and wants that recording.
He's actually a good judge from what
he's
little I've
great.
seen.
Yeah,
I like
he's an
him.
excellent judge. Yeah, excellent judge. Now, this what's this, Matt? I'm beginning to think that we are missing a treasure trove of dirty dealings from that supposed
You have no
content.
idea.
Oh my God, you have no idea. It is the best trial ever. So who had this account here, Kangaroo Court
Maybe
of Australia.
afterwards, but
we'll see how we go. Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now this account here, this account is totally Higgins based, right? So this account hates the alleged rapist, thinks he's guilty, thinks that this lady here is 100% telling the truth and that the media did the right thing by giving her a platform.
Just real quick, what is the law in Australia for recording content like that? Like, they obviously were in public, but they weren't giving consent.
Oh, as in the recording?
Yeah.
Single party, or is it a one party consent state?
Okay, so here's the deal, right? The recording the judge said that it would be allowed in if the Lehrmann's team wanted to allow it in, because it was recorded in a public place.
Okay.
Right? Because of the fact that it was not a secret conversation, a private conversation.
Sure.
It was recorded. These people were talking very loudly in a public place.
Okay, so they were being idiots, and
they were being idiots, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was really poor form on the part of the lawyer, on both of their parts, but especially on the part of the lawyer. To be talking
she should know better, or they should know better. No.
Oh, he should know better.
Well, her dumb boyfriend might not.
Her dumb lawyer. Really, like, I mean, he's a very highly paid barrister, and for him to be just standing around in a bar talking about what she should say to under cross-examination while she's under cross-examination to her fiance, who she lives with, and allow them to be speaking so loudly that someone could stand next to them with a voice recorder and catch it, is, in my mind, just ridiculous. Like, come on.
I wonder if this attorney knew he was being followed by the reporter, by the news reporters, and staged this little scenario to throw everybody off.
I don't know. And tragic, you're absolutely right. That was what it was. No presumption of privacy, not illegal to record by a third party.
Okay.
That is exactly what was said.
So you're in public, so everything you say could be recorded.
Yes, that was the wording. That was almost exactly the wording of Justice Lee. You're correct, tragic. Okay, so Kangaroo Court of Australia. So who had a person, maybe a private investigator, illegally record a conversation between lawyer Leon Zweier and David Shiraz? Maybe the same person who had a private investigator follow Brittany Higgins for Bruce Lehrmann's Spotlight interview. Okay, whatever. So redacted commenters. Don't worry, Higgins will be paying back her $2 million scam payout soon enough. It will be really interesting to see who it was on the CCTV of the pub or surrounding area to see if they were using a listening device equipment or planting a recording device phone on nearby tables. Surely there is a picture of them. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, let's have a look at the CCTV. Let's see who it was. It's not going to make a difference now, though. The recording's out there.
Well, I don't know, Dave.
Ooh, is the whole recording like out on the interwebs?
Well, they got it from subpoena.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Why would someone just turn up and record what was being said unless they were sent there to do it? Does everybody run around with recording equipment and record everything being said?
You just need a cell phone. I mean, it's not like it's 1998 or
That's true.
You're videoing JFK randomly.
I have a dictaphone. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I mean, like...
You have a dictaphone?
No. You know they still use dictaphones, though, in Wayne County, in Detroit courts. They use dictaphones still.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they act like it's his 1960, whatever, when JFK was assassinated, and it just so happened that some amateur videographer got it on camera. I mean, it's 2023.
Zacuto, Zabuto, whatever.
Zacuto, thank you.
That's right. MLS has a dictaphone. Also a shoe phone as well. Like Get Smart.
Oh my God, you watch Get Smart?
I love Get Smart.
Oh, well, listen. You're one of the good Aussies.
I am.
Just kidding, everyone.
And provide a ministerial car, I think, to take Brittany, Bruce Lehrmann home. I'm increasingly convinced there's a huge backstory to all this that is being hidden from us. Look, so am I. I am increasingly convinced that there is a whole thing going on behind all of this that we don't know about.
How much of your tax dollars are being spent on this?
A lot.
And
but the media is making a ton out of all this. My money is on Wilkinson and the Pirate. Okay, so Wilkinson and the Pirate. This is Lisa Wilkinson. She is one of the people who is being sued, and rightly so. As far as I'm concerned, she is like the whole reason why all of this is happening. She is the lady who did the interview, which caused this whole media furor. And the pirate, well, that's her husband, and yeah, he looks like a pirate. Clearly,
He looks like a. Well, never mind.
A pirate. Okay, so the audio in question. Let's go, people. So, how many years do you spend in jail for accusing an innocent person of rape and accepting $2.5 million of taxpayer dollars as compensation for something that never happened? Let's look. Let's look at this, shall we? Oh, no.
Can I just say I hate autocorrect, by the way?
Revelation. Hang on. I'm going to go with this. Now, this is not the whole audio.
Ooh.
This is some that was.
Is you sister?
She's not my sister.
With better eyesight?
Alrighty. So someone has taped the TV, which I'm hoping was going to make it far less likely that I'm going to get struck for this.
We start tonight with explosive revelations about Brittany Higgins' lawyer, that he gave suggestions on how she should answer tough questions during her cross-examination in the ongoing defamation trial. We can tonight reveal that high-profile solicitor Leon Zweier met with Higgins' fiancé David Shiraz the night before her testimony last Tuesday and issued clear advice on what she should tell the judge under oath the next morning. In bombshell revelations, Zweier is captured on tape and was overheard by witnesses discussing with Higgins' fiancé Shiraz on how she should respond when questioned about her Commonwealth payout and inconsistencies in her story. Tonight, we will play you those sensational recordings. If Zweier's advice was communicated to Higgins, it would be a potential contempt of court in defiance of a federal court judge. As you'll hear now, Zweier says that Higgins may be asked about the Commonwealth settlement, which we now know is $2.4 million. But Zweier advises Shiraz that Higgins should answer that the terms are confidential. He says to be very wary around these questions. Have a listen.
And I am not
rules out be very wary. Confidential.
On another occasion during their discussion, Zweier says Higgins could cite legal professional privilege in the stand and that she should give evidence saying that it wasn't about the money.
She has a way with
It's not about the money.
It's not about money.
We're right now hearing sensational tapes of Brittany Higgins' lawyer, Leon Zweier, discussing with her fiancé, David Shiraz, how she should respond to questions during her cross-examination. If the instructions were passed on to Higgins, it would be a clear contempt of court in defiance of a federal court judge.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds like a problem.
Yeah.
Just a little.
That's a little bit of a problem.
Yes.
So, also, another thing that came out in the tapes was, and it's not clear whether or not the lawyer was joking or not, but there was a reference to a point where Ms. Higgins had a doctor's note saying that she was unable to give testimony in a second criminal trial. Because as we all know, Mr. Lehrmann's first criminal trial was aborted due to juror misconduct. And it was, the charges were dropped partially, well, actually all entirely because Ms. Higgins was unable to testify at a second criminal trial due to her mental health issues. Her lawyer said that something along the lines of, "Oh, but he wrote the medical note." He wrote the medical note.
So it's the
The
doctor.
lawyer wrote the medical note.
Yes.
Oh.
Doctor lawyer. Okay.
Yes. Now, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's
Did
a very
the
big
doctor
problem.
sign it?
Who knows? Now, this is all just a chitty chat in a pub between himself and the fiance, but it is blown up. It is blown up, obviously, in the media and in the social media, etc. And if it turns out to be true, then obviously we have a criminal problem. And if it turns out to be true, we have potential litigation from the defendant. So, well, he's no longer a defendant.
What's the likelihood that this judge blames the fact that the trial is being streamed for all of this?
No. The judge has been quite good about that.
Yeah.
He's continued the stream regardless of the fact that there's been some
people who have been streaming it.
Yeah, there's been that.
Not that we are, but others are.
No, of course we haven't been. There have been some people though, and there's also been some really nasty things said about the witnesses and the lawyers. And every day he cites his admonition. Like he talks about the fact that people are not allowed to stream and they're not allowed to participate, etc. But he's kept it going because he knows it's in the public interest. But that said, this whole thing with the taping of this conversation, that's separate to the streaming. So, and also this whole thing with what the lawyer has said to the fiance, that's completely separate. So that is about the potentially with the doctor's note, that's to do with the criminal trial. And that's prior to these proceedings. So yeah, that could be a contempt of court as per the criminal proceedings, and it's a big deal. The note was, what's this? The note was supposedly used in the settlement, I heard. Okay, interesting. Even if the doctor signed it, it's still sus the lawyer wrote it. It's more than sus.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, like, I've written affidavits for other people to sign in the past, even witnesses or clients or whatever, because I don't need them to write me an entire paragraph, or I don't need them to write me their entire life story. I need bullet points, short, sweet, and to the point. And I tell these people, I'm like, listen, if you agree with these statements, then sign this. If not, then we'll reword it.
Okay. All right. Well, it might be a nothing burger. It might be. But it shouldn't sound good. And even more so, like, what is this lawyer doing in a pub with this fiance talking loudly about cross-examination of his client whilst she's in cross-examination so that someone can actually pick up this conversation? That's not smart. What's this? Remove the comment. I don't know. Okay. All right. So meanwhile, moving on.
Hey, I just I need to jump off. I need to get a hold of my kids real quick. And I'm streaming from my phone, so I can't really call them. But thank you very much. I'm going to keep listening in the chat. I just got to give them a quick call. No problem.
Cool.
Take care. Bye, guys.
And thank you for everything, David. Much appreciated. Mwah.
No problem. Bye.
Cool. All right. And on the left here, we have Anthony Albanese, who is our current Prime Minister. And the Australian of the Year, Grace Tame, who is a SA survivor and advocate with Brittany Higgins, and they are at some event. And this is back, I think, in 2021 or so. So it was during the vid. And he says, I'm the only person in the room wearing a mask, so they can't read my $3 million lips. Okay, so redacted commenters, and I think that should say the. The lawyer wrote her medical document. Where is the true doctor's report for the $2.4 million payout? Yeah, okay. That's the kind of thing that people are saying online at the moment about this whole doctor certificate thing. I must have missed the court case that proved him innocent and that it never happened. Now, this kind of stuff bugs me a lot. There is never a court case that proves anybody innocent, right? You start off innocent. In fact, here's the problem, right? He had a court case. There was juror misconduct. It never ended. So he is still innocent, people, right? So there are a lot of comments on Twitter right now, all over the internet right now, with people saying, but he hasn't been proven innocent. This makes me want to scream, right? So people are out there saying he did it. Of course he did it. How could he not do it? Someone even commented on one of my videos, and I had to take this down because in my country, I can be held liable for defamation when someone defames someone in the comments of one of my channels, one of my streams, right? So someone defamed him by saying, of course he did it. Who else could have done it? And I had to take that comment down, right? The rules are different here, right? And he hasn't been found guilty. So he is innocent. He doesn't have to be proven innocent. And he will not have another criminal trial. And unfortunately, because right now he is having he has brought a defamation case against the media. People are seeing this defamation case as a de facto criminal trial because there never will be a criminal trial. What's this? Now that David is gone, for the record, I don't hate Christmas. I hate musicals. And he forced me to watch one this morning. That's fair enough. We see more than a jury sees, in our opinion, valid at least for opinion purposes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and we can see, we can have opinions. There's no question. And everyone's allowed to have opinions, for sure. There's no question about that. And I can't be. I can give an opinion. Someone can give an opinion in my comments. It's when someone says he is this, when they say he did do that, that's different. That's defaming, right? So, yeah, it's like when this person got into my comments and said, of course he did do it, I can't allow something like that to be on my video because then I'm facilitating someone else defaming Mr. Lehrmann, and he's litigious. As you can see, he's litigious. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So Bruce Lehrmann is facing another 2 counts of rape in Toowoomba. He did, see, again, this, and I'm not even going to read that out. He did, and the only reason he's not in jail already is because the LNP protected him so they could win an election. I shouldn't have put this one up. Really, Bruce Lehrmann innocent? How did you then explain his second rape charge, which has very similar claims against him as this case?
Well, of course they're similar if they're trying to mimic or make up a pattern. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
He's famous.
Exactly.
Of course, people are going to crawl out of the woodwork or whatever you say, and they're going to mimic the original charges. I'm not saying he's innocent, but you don't know. People do this all the time, and it's infuriating.
Actually, in the eyes of the law, he is innocent.
Well, fair.
Yeah, he is. And amazing disgrace. You're so right. In our polarized society has a hard time not speaking in absolutes. It's so true. Why can't people just say, I think this is the case, not this is the case? it's just so hard for people to just be a little bit humble and just go,
Neutral.
this is my opinion. Or just state it's my opinion rather than say this is it, this is how it is, right? It's very difficult for people to stand back a little bit and say that it's mine, own it, that it's only mine. This is just me that's saying this. It's not the absolute 100% be all and end all, and that you may be wrong. Oh my God, I may be wrong. How terrible.
I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm 100% right. Don't you dare say that, woman.
And people box themselves into a corner, don't they? Like they kind of they state these things outright and go, he is guilty, or she definitely did this, and then once they've done it, it's very hard to go back, isn't it? Humility, yeah. Humility is a good factor to point out. It is. It's not that hard to have humility, though, is it? Really, like once you start having.
I'm the most humble person you will ever meet. I am the best at being humble and having humility. Nobody will ever match me for being humble.
No, because you're just the best.
I
exactly.
am the best. Exactly.
You are. You're the best at being the best. Yeah, you are. No one could be better at being the best than you.
Exactly. Thank you.
No one ever. Yeah. Look at his clothes. Look at his house. Ooh, he's so guilt-a-roon. Of course he did it. Look at his eyes. Look at his body language. Duh. It is. It's so true. And if you start off at that point of absolute, then it's very, very hard to go back. You can't change your mind, and it's a shame, isn't it? It is a shame. Okay, and this last comment: Grapist apologies, like you, have a special place in hell. Yes, it is, and this is how people are talking out there about this case, and I notice it about all the cases that we watch, guys, and you would all notice it out there when we're watching trials and cases and even like politics, etc. People just box themselves into a corner, and they won't have a healthy discourse. And it is what I quite like about our little community that we all sort of hang out in, is that we can actually have discussions, and I like it. Like usually amongst our group, and I'll talk not just about like the group that we hang out in with David's chat and Nick's chat in our little sort of law community. We all seem to be pretty humble. We don't just go in and go, it's like this, it's like this. It's why I don't hang out in the sort of more true crime kind of communities, because when I go in there and I say something about potential reasonable doubt, I tend to get banned and timed out. It's hard to have a conversation with people who are very absolute in their opinions. Now, speaking about having conversations and being able to actually talk, I have started this thing. It's called the Hearsay for Days Twitter community. Now, if you don't know how to use a community, here's how. Alrighty, so if you go on to the twits, here's how it works. So hello Hearsay for Days. Now, I have a grand total of 11 members so far. Hang on, share this time instead. Yeah, I have a grand total of 11 members so far. Everyone should be joining. So I'm just going to click my copy link and I will put it in chat. I joined but don't know what to do next. Yes, that's fine, Half Irish. I'm going to show you. Give a minute. Join.
Be right back.
Join here and so there's a link there. I've just put it into the chat. All right, so I'll show you how to use it. So here I'm in my Hearsay for Days community, I have one rule. It's be kind and respectful. That's pretty much it. There are a bunch of hashtags set up, but you can start new ones if you want to. Now, all you need to do is say that you are doing your sort of surfing around Twitter and you see something that might be of interest to the show, or you just want to have a chat about something. So I might be looking, here's some tweets, trending items that are just generally over in my standard feed. So I'm just going to look at Bryan Kohberger. Okay, so here's something, Bryan Kohberger, Tony and Taylor and team going inside the 1122 King Road house. Now, if I wanted to share that into my Hearsay for Days group, what I would do is I would press the little, not the repost button. Oh, sorry. Yes, the repost button, but not just repost. I would quote it. So I'd press the quote button. And then rather than go to everyone, I would click this little down button. Now, I'm in 3 communities right now. I'm in the Free Zachariah Anderson community. By the way, you should be joining that. I'm in one called True Crime, which is pretty useless to me. But I'm going to send it to my Hella Hearsay on X group. So I'm going to press that, right? And see how it changes to red, Hella Hearsay on X. Now, I'm going to add a comment and I'm going to do hashtag Kohberger. And notice how as I go KOH, Kohberger, it brings it up for me, right? So Kohberger, and I'm going to go, hi, guys, what do you think of this? I am posting whilst on stream. Right? And notice it's going to there. Now, when I press post, it goes. And now if I go over to, notice on down the left-hand side, there is a link to communities. So I'm going to go to my communities. And it brings up the 3 communities that I'm in. Now, depending if you're in any other ones, it might just bring up the one that you've joined, which is Hella Hearsay. So I'm going to go to Hella Hearsay. And now it says, because I've pinned this one, welcome new Hearsays. But the latest one now is this one, Kohberger. Hi, guys. What do you think of this? I am posting whilst on stream. So yours should come up because you've added it. And you can just look via the different hashtags. So you can look at, because I've got Richard Allen, Karen Reed, O'Keefe, etc. You didn't have to use one of the ones that was already there. You could start a new one if you wanted to. I'm really, really hoping that I get a few of you guys in here and you can start adding to the content for each week. I actually had some things in there from today's show, like, for example, the stuff about the food truck. I had put them into the community and I put in there, do you guys think that it's even worth me putting into the show? So, for example, if you don't want to put things into there, if you just want to comment on what's coming up for the show, you can just go into the community. So go community, click on Hella Hearsay. I'll have things that I've added. And you can just go in, see there's a Ruby Frank thing, and you can just comment, posting within the community, got it, and you can comment, la, 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 like so. And the comments will only come up within the community. They won't be coming up in the rest of Twitter, just within the community, and other people in the community can see it, and I will see it. So it's like a private little, kind of like a Discord, but just within Twitter. And it's just for all of us watching the show. Okay. Does that help explain it, everyone?
I think so.
Yeah, everyone, if anyone's got a question, but I'm about to end the stream in like a couple of minutes, but if you've got a question about it, do yell out. I'm going to post, okay, yeah, and also, like, there is, whilst we're at it, I'll post Zach's one as well, because Zach's got, I think, 27 members right now, and looks like Josie and Zach, Josie and Solomon are the only people posting in there. So probably people don't understand how to use communities there too. Yes, Josie, you know how to use it. This is Zach community. I'll post Zach's one. Cool. So we should all start to sort of get our head around how communities work on X. Got to start using X because you can't search for Twitter anymore, by the way. Have you noticed? Like I've started to try and search for Twitter on my phone and it doesn't come up anymore. You got to search for X.
Okay.
It's really annoying. Yeah. So we should all start to get our head around how to use communities because they're becoming really quite good, really useful spaces. Well, thanks for following me, Amazing Disgrace. Yeah, we can use them to our advantage in order to like communicate in small groups without having to like let everyone see everything that's going on. Okay, fantastic. That's pretty much that. I'm going to go back to here and usual things that I have to say are we have tomorrow we're going to be tomorrow we're going to be streaming the trial of Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Rambo Rhodes is tomorrow. Where are we? Mr. Rhodes. Now, we're starting at lunchtime tomorrow. So, and he is going to be, let's hope he starts his day thinking, you know what, I might get up on the stand and testify. That'd be cool. Why not? I feel like testifying today. Hang on. Tragic.
Wow.
Oh.
You are so nice. Wow.
Tragic.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
That's so sweet. Oh.
She's worked so and fought and it means
yeah,
a
I
lot.
have. I've really clawed my way to this point. So thank you, Tragic. That's really sweet of you. I don't know how to thank you. That's really nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a hard work getting to this point. So thank you so much. And I'm not like sad crying. I'm like thank you. I'm like thank you crying.
Yeah.
You're a sweetie. And you're in Brizzy. We should catch up sometime.
Yeah.
You should catch up and say hi. It'd be nice to meet you. You're just Thank you for your support. I think I met you over in Aussie's chat. But yeah, you're a great person. So thank you, and I hope you stick around and hang out more over here because I really like having you around.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. If there's anything I can ever do for you, yell out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yell out. We're mates. We're mates. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Bryce Rhodes is tomorrow, 11:45 a.m. 11:45 a.m. Eastern, which means that's me up at 3 a.m. 2:45 a.m. I think my time. Yeah, 3. Yep, something like that.
Yeah.
And so that would be everyone get into chat for about lunchtime, Americans. Let's hope he testifies.
Yeah.
Who knows? You never know with him. He could.
Yeah.
He could have his. He's got to be mad at his old mates. He's got to be mad. Like he's got to be. This is his last chance to do anything ever.
Yeah, but he's in a good position right now, in my opinion.
No, he's not.
I think they haven't really proven much except for there's the 2 mates of his, but only one of them was credible.
Maybe he'll rap for us.
But the prosecution didn't put much out there. So we'll see.
Am I imagining it, or is one guy missing? Have only 2 testified?
2 have.
There's a third.
Yeah.
Where's the third one?
I don't remember. But there was a third, I thought.
There was a third, and we have only seen 2.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Was there an affidavit or something from a third?
I don't know.
Because I don't know what happened to the third one, and 2 is kind of not enough.
Yeah.
Like, there should have been a third. That's interesting. Thank you for being here, Josie. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that, and I need to look into that. I don't know why. And I would have thought the mother would have had something to say too. You're kind of right in a way, but I feel like in that jurisdiction, there's so much hate towards this guy. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's just, I find it really.
With his prior actions, if they know about him, it would sink him. But honestly, if he had, there is doubt there for me at the moment. So we shall see. I don't know if it's enough to rise to reasonable doubt, but
I don't know. I think there is. I think there's probably something, but I think
he did it. But
I think he did it absolutely,
100%. But what's proven in the courtroom is what we're looking at.
I find it. Yeah, I just don't think a jury's going to let him off. I think juries in 2023 love to convict, and I don't think they're going to let him off. I just don't think they're going to let him off at all. No. So, and I think that law and crime chats are always right.
Well, yeah.
And I love for them to be wrong just once for fun.
But
they're always right.
But
Yep, they're always right. Okay, so last things last. This one here. So this one, thank you, David, for being here today. I know you're around here somewhere. For live alerts to EU, Daily Talk, and all friends of MLS, become a member of the Making More Simple Network and access the Discord, cookies and nudes, and all other fun stuff. I believe there was a watch party earlier. I missed it because it was very early for me, but I'm sure that was heaps of fun. All the fun people are in there. Mo and Flux and Valhalla and this dude, obviously. Lots of great people. If you're not part of it, you're missing out on all the fun. Make sure you are. There you go. Click on that one. The other one is where are we? Favorites. Of course, we have to Salvador Dali talk.
Oh, thank you.
This guy here, my bestie. Make sure you subscribe to him if you're not already. I'm sure you all are. What are you doing in the next day or two?
Just your roads thing right now. And we'll see.
Then we'll see. Okay, great. Yeah, you have to be on roads tomorrow. Absolutely. And hopefully we'll have a verdict in the next day or two and we can have a little verdict party. Indeed. And we need to organize a little monetization party, you and I.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
A little, hubby and wife monetization dual stream.
Yeah.
Because, we are YouTube married.
Yes.
Okay, dear. Time to say goodbye. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Oh, my God. Tragic. That's so nice of you. And thank you to Pixie, Murph, Josie, Dali, of course, and everybody for being here. All the congratulations, all of the everyone's who supports this channel. David, you are someone who has been with me right from the beginning. So many people. If I forget anybody, if I try to mention everybody, I'll forget someone. So I won't do that. But thank you, Half Irish. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow for Bryce Rhodes. And I'm going to let you all go now because I'll just chat for the rest of the day otherwise. But love you all. Love you all so much. And I find my little bobblehead goodbye. There it is.
There you go.